Please welcome Dean Willow Bay and Mr. Maverick Carter as they lead today's processional, joined by USC trustees Wallace Annenberg, Robert Bradway, and Ron Lane.
So, Annie, you ready?
I'll watch her for a second.
Congratulations, graduates. Welcome to the 2019 USC Annenberg Commencement Ceremony. Thank you all so much for joining us on this very special day. Today, we are going to award 935 graduates their degrees from the USC School of Annenberg for Communications and Journalism. 935. That's what makes today, and all of you in this very special class of 2019, so very, very special. I'd like to begin by recognizing some of our distinguished guests. A very special welcome to USC trustee Wallace Annenberg, and she's joined by USC alumnus Jace Levine and our trustees Robert Bradway and Ron Lane. It is, of course, an honor for all of us to be sharing this stage with Mr. Maverick Carter, who is joined today by his family, including his father, Colonel Otis Carter, Sienna Lee, his daughter Lyra, as well as his esteemed colleagues and business partners. Welcome to all of you. Also in our audience today, members of our USC Annenberg Board of Counselors, and my own personal Board of Counselors, my husband Bob Iger and my son Will Iger. Welcome. Here on stage with me, I would like to acknowledge your professors, the USC Annenberg faculty. I know you all join me in recognizing them and thanking them profusely for their dedication to all of you. As we celebrate this very special class of 2019, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the people who have shared this journey with you, who have challenged you, who have encouraged you, and who have loved you every step of the way. So would the parents of our graduates please stand? Your love, your support, and yes, your tuition payments have contributed so much to the success of our graduates, and we thank you. Now, we have a graduate in our family today, so Mom, can I ask you to do me a favor and help me out? Can you stand, and will all the other grandparents please stand and join her? We know how much your grandchildren appreciate all of you. And the spouses and children, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, our graduates thank you, and so do we. And now to you, our 2019 graduates. Earning an Annenberg degree is a singular accomplishment by any standards. We know that you're leaving here well prepared for both the daunting challenges and for the enormous opportunities that lie ahead. We also know that you leave us having developed a very special skill. It may not be one that you put on your resume, but it is one that will serve you well as you lead your industries into this turbulent but very exciting future. It's an ability to listen actively, looking for information and for insight, to listen critically for what's not being said as much as for what is, to listen with compassion, to listen with empathy, listening by putting yourself in someone else's shoes. And that skill has never been more important than it is today. In today's world, where so many are shouting to be heard, where anger and frustration are no longer simmering beneath the surface, but driving our public discourse, in the midst of so much noise, when so many still go unheard, that skill of listening has never been more critical. So take that skill and use it to propel your journey as successful professionals or scholars, and use it in your new role as USC Annenberg alumni to fulfill the vision of our founder, Walter Annenberg, who charged us with using communication to be of service to all people. So, my very special class of 2019, as you look ahead, we know that you are well equipped, because at Annenberg, we encourage you not to fit existing molds, but to forge new, even unconventional ones. And our commencement speaker today has done just that. It is my enormous honor to introduce Maverick Carter. Mav is a business leader and entrepreneur who sees across and through cultural silos, outdated hierarchies, and the traditional industry divides of business, sports, and media. He is a cross-cultural storyteller who has quickly become one of the most innovative and influential figures in these fields. Just last week, The Hollywood Reporter named Mav, along with his partner LeBron James, one of 50 agents of change empowering diverse voices in Hollywood. I should note, also on that list, our own Professor Stacy Smith, and the legendary founder of Annenberg's Norman Lear Center, Mr. Norman Lear. So Mav's career began at Nike. He had a job, first job, as a sports marketing intern. Sound familiar? And it was there that he learned the power of storytelling. As he recalls, telling the best story ever about those sneakers. He would go on to write one of those stories of his own. As LeBron James' longtime business partner, Mav negotiated his billion-dollar lifetime deal with Nike. Unprecedented at the time, and it remains today the largest single deal for an athlete and the largest deal in Nike's history. In 2014, Mav and LeBron broke new ground again when they created Uninterrupted, a digital-first media company where, as he describes it, athletes are empowered to tell stories about being more than just an athlete. Uninterrupted has become in many ways the center of a cultural movement that has inspired athletes as well as musicians, actors, and public figures to define themselves beyond their professions. MAV understands the power of contemporary media to challenge our assumptions, to build empathy, and to create a shared sense of values and community. Just look at what he's done with The Shop, his hit series on HBO. He's creating spaces, and not just physical spaces loaded with cultural significance like a barbershop, but a community space where truths can be shared and where we listen, where we really listen and understand. He's tapped into something special with The Shop. It's a space where actress and writer Lena Waithe can talk about the challenges of being gay and black in Hollywood. It's a space for NBA player Lonzo Ball to share his feelings of anger and betrayal when a close friend and business partner violates his trust. It's a space where singer Mary J. Blige can trace the roots of her commitment to empowering women to the abusive environment of her childhood. And it's a space where we can just lighten up a bit when Jimmy Kimmel cracks a joke or Pharrell lectures the guys about the importance of exfoliating. The Shop, like so many of the programs he creates, reflects MAV's remarkable commitment to building a valuable and powerful media enterprise while never forgetting the social, economic, and political stakes of the society we live in. So MAV, at the core of what you do is to empower people to tell and thus own their stories. So today we're following your lead by creating a space for you to tell your story. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Maverick Carter to the stage.
Thank you. A sincere thank you to Dean Bay for inviting me here today. I'm humbled that you saw me as deserving this incredible honor. Also, of course, thank you to Wallace Annenberg and the whole USC Annenberg School of Communication and Journalism. I'm also so grateful that my father could be here today. I know my mother would love to be here, but she's actually at my nephew's college graduation. It's that time of year. I cannot tell you how much it means for me for them to know that I'm here today. For they clearly play a critical role in my life and the lives of my children. Yes, you learn a lot at great universities such as this, but there are people whose life experiences are more valuable than any education. I rely on my parents' guidance, ideas, and love every single day. They are also my most important business advisors. I begin with my parents because the first piece of advice I offer to you as you graduate today and enter into the business world is to look to your parents, mentors, strategic people in your lives who have been your role models and have provided you with important life lessons that have gotten you to this very point. Keep them firmly at the center of your life, for you will need them more than you know as you begin and continue your journey. As I prepared for this speech, all I could think about was a line from one of my favorite philosophers who said the now famous, "I'm just a kid from Akron, I ain't even supposed to be here now." When LeBron James stood on that podium after winning his very first NBA championship and said, "I ain't even supposed to be here," he didn't mean he's not supposed to be an NBA champion. He meant, I'm not supposed to be doing the things that I am doing. I'm not supposed to turn my career over to kids I grew up with, like Rich Paul sitting in the front, his agent. I'm not supposed to own and control the businesses I endorse. I am not supposed to speak out on social and political issues. I'm not supposed to build a school in my community and change how the poor and disenfranchised are actually educated. LeBron James decided very early on he was going to be more than an athlete. He was not going to operate according to the system. The rules would not apply to him. The world wanted LeBron to be a basketball player and only a basketball player. But that's not what LeBron wanted. He wanted to be more than an athlete. And I'm here to challenge all of you to think about what it takes to be more than. More than is the tagline of the company LeBron and I started in November of 2014 called Uninterrupted. More than is uninterrupted's just do it or think different. And one day, more than will be just as powerful as those visionary phrases. It is just as meaningful. More than means refusing to define yourself according to what society dictates or everyone around you thinks you should do or be. More than challenges every norm, refuses to accept the rules as they are. One size fits all. And most importantly, more than implores you to take massive risk. Being more than means you court failure, embarrassment, and the possible loss of everything. By the same token, more than also means you have the courage, passion, and dedication to be more than anyone thought possible. The idea of more than begins with recognizing stereotypes. Not the obvious stereotypes about race or class, no. There's something I happen to call opportunity stereotypes. Opportunity stereotypes interfere with your career, your personal journey. Yes, race and class issues are a part of opportunity stereotypes, but just a part. Opportunity stereotypes are those stereotypes implicitly or explicitly designed to limit how you think about yourself, the decisions you make, and the opportunities you are told you can pursue, rather than the ones you might actually want to pursue. They are not malicious or evil. In fact, they're designed to protect you, to ensure you make safe, smart decisions in your life and your career. Smart boys get their MBA. Smart girls go to law school. Asian kids don't work in hip hop. Mexican kids don't work in tech. Basketball players risk losing endorsement deals by speaking out on social issues. Friends of basketball players are happy to just hang out and should accept being part of a posse. From the moment you walk off this campus, you are going to feel pressured to make safe, obvious professional choices, to do what you are supposed to do, rather than explore, discover what you may actually want to do. You are all freshly minted graduates. Opportunity abounds, and there are decisions to make, and lots of people telling you what you should do, what makes the most sense. I'm standing here, right here today, as a living testament to make sure you all know what makes the most sense may not even make sense at all. And you know what else? I believe in my heart, your generation is truly, truly the first generation to recognize that the safe decision could actually be the wrong decision. You are all prepared to be more than, and that's what I will focus on today. How can you be more than what the world thinks you should be? The journey to more than begins then by questioning everything. When you come from where I come from, there are not a lot of options. Basically, the most you could hope for, the ultimate achievement, is what is referred to in my community as a good-ass job. Even as a little kid, I can remember everyone always saying, when you grow up, go get yourself a good-ass job. A good-ass job means a safe job, a job where there is very little risk, a job that gives you enough to pay your bills, gives you security, benefits, a job where you could work the rest of your life. My professional story begins with a basketball scholarship to Western Michigan University. I already knew that I was not good enough to be a professional basketball player, but I also knew I was good enough to use basketball to get a college degree. And you know what that college degree means? A good-ass job. I had made it to college. I wasn't dead or in jail, which was the first real accomplishment for a black kid from Akron. Now I had a college scholarship and access to a degree. I was set. In my community, my aunts, uncles, family, teachers, coaches, everyone said as I was off to college, Maverick, go get your degree and get yourself that good-ass job. Let me respectfully be very clear. I am not criticizing the idea of a good-ass job. And I'm definitely not criticizing all the people around me who were telling me to get a good-ass job. You see, they love me. They were looking out for me. This was their best advice, and they were merely perpetuating the message the system had passed on to them. A good-ass job, take no risk. Do not screw this up. And then I dropped out of college. I'm not advocating for that. In 2002, because of my relationship with LeBron James, I was offered an opportunity, the opportunity of a lifetime, my dream come true, to work at Nike. So in my mind, I have that good-ass job. Not just a good-ass job, but the best good-ass job I could have ever dreamed of having. It was a real job. It was a secure job, and working for the company I loved above all others, Nike. As far as anyone back home was concerned, I had the best good-ass job of anyone in Akron. Well, other than LeBron, of course, who at 18 years old had a $90 million deal with Nike. But then, 2 years later, something incredible happened. At 20 years old, LeBron decided he was going to be more than simply a successful first-round pick, and he wasn't going to play it safe. You see, even before we coined the phrase more than, LeBron was always more than. He always wanted to be someone different, someone who was going to actually make a difference. At 20, he decided he wasn't going to turn his business over to a big NBA agent or a Hollywood agency. He was going to build his own business, and he was going to have the people he grew up with, the people he could trust the most, run it. And he asked me to take the lead. I know it seems like an obvious answer to shout out a resounding, hell yeah. LeBron James, basketball prodigy, #1 overall pick, and my best friend, asked me not only to join his business, but to run it. However, it was not an obvious decision. Remember, at this time, I'm working at Nike with an incredible opportunity to build a career in marketing. It was my dream job, and I was really, really enjoying it. And now, I would have to give it all up. LeBron James was all of 20 years old. What if LeBron decided this was a mistake, changed his mind, got rid of me? What if LeBron got hurt? What if LeBron didn't turn into LeBron? I had just given up my dream job. But most of all, the conversation going on privately within me was, what the hell do I know about running any business? I'd never run a business. I didn't even know what this business was going to be. There was a very real chance I could fail. Not just fail myself, but fail LeBron. The stakes were higher than I could have ever imagined. If I wanted to be more than a young black kid who made it out with a college degree and had a good-ass job, I had to bet on myself. I had to drop out of college. I had to leave my dream job at Nike. I had to go all in. This is the most important part of the journey to being more than. You have to gamble, and you have to gamble big. You have to make very big bets on yourself. You cannot play it safe. But to be the type of gambler I'm talking about means you really have to know how to play cards. You really have to study gambling and know how to gamble like a pro. My friends and family know I love gambling. I love the artistry of it, the strategy, and most important, what it teaches you about life. For I was taught how to gamble by the best gambler I know, my grandmother. Facts. I was actually born to be a gambler. I was named for the character in the 60s TV show starring James Garner called Maverick. He was a slick-looking dude who always appeared unflappable, who always had it together, who went from town to town playing cards. And it was my grandmother's favorite show. She actually walked out of a card game to come to the hospital for my birth. I began to really learn about gambling in my grandmother's basement. All of the people I've been blessed to have in my life, my grandmother may be number one. My parents, they understand this. They are not less than, but she may be number one. I have to interrupt my story for a moment to acknowledge my grandmother. She was the smartest, savviest, and most hustling person I ever knew. And she taught me everything. To support our family, my grandmother ran an illicit gambling operation in her basement. You can't really call it illicit, though, because the cops and everyone knew what she was doing. In those days, in poor black communities, families operated their own establishments because that was the only option and everyone knew it. My grandmother would make sure everyone had food because she didn't want players leaving the tables when they got hungry. Her fried fish, spaghetti, fried chicken, greens, and macaroni and cheese. How savvy is that? I think brilliant. Literally, my fondest childhood memories are my years in the casino in my grandmother's basement. Walk down the steps, 3 tables, one for craps, one for pity pat, and one for poker. It was also in that basement where I recognized the power of calculated risk. Note, calculated risk, not careless risk. Remember, I said to be the kind of gambler I'm talking about, you really have to know how to gamble. You have to know how to figure out the odds and the importance of understanding upside versus downside. How to look at a very few cards and quickly figure out your risk-reward ratio. Then how to have the fortitude, the courage to place the bet, take the risk, and just go for it. Most importantly, how to leverage the win, or how to pick yourself up after the loss. Gambling teaches you critically important life skills. The first principle gambling teaches you is how to deal with winning, and the inverse, how to deal with losing. You have to be able to accept both before you sit down at the table. You have to be comfortable with losing, just as much as you are comfortable with the dream of winning it all. In gambling, winning and losing are not the end. They are actually just the beginning. When you lose, how do you pick yourself up off the floor? Perhaps literally, certainly psychologically and emotionally. How do you come back when you bet everything on the wrong odds? How do you come back just as focused and just as prepared, but perhaps more savvy? How do you learn from the humility, the frustration, and loss, and rebuild yourself and emerge more focused, better than ever, and ready to go another round? And when you win, how do you use it to get to the next level? How do you even know what the next level is? How do you know how far is far? How high is high? Most of the time, it's harder to learn from winning than it is from losing. When you win, and this is as true in business as it is for gambling, you think you're doing everything right. According to everything I knew growing up, when I was at Nike, I had already won. See, gambling teaches you that winning actually just puts you in a position to make an even bigger bet. What I believe is the most important aspect of all is how to continually know how to measure risk versus reward, instantaneously calculating each decision based on upside versus downside, and be prepared to know how to take the risk. And what this teaches you is how to trust, first in yourself, then in your decision, and how to have the courage to act on it. To all of you who want to be more than, who want to break out of what you think you're supposed to do, think like a gambler, live like a gambler, calculate the odds of every single decision. Understand your upside versus your downside. Don't be afraid to lose. And if you do, figure out how to pick yourself up. Don't just win. Win so you can go make an even bigger bet. A great philosopher I often quote, who happens to be with us today, my father, Colonel Otis Carter, gave me this extraordinary way to think about everything. He told me when I was a teenager, Maverick, if you bet on yourself and were to lose everything, you would just be breaking even. Let that sit with you for a minute. If you bet on yourself and lose everything, you just break even. That inspired idea is my dad's way of saying, think about where we come from. You are always going to be better than where you started, so don't be afraid to take chances. His wisdom is how I live to this very day. It informs every single thing I do, every single decision I make, personally and professionally. His philosophy and the truth taught to me by my grandmother are my due north. And their truths enable me to risk losing a lot to get to the next level. Because the worst thing that can happen is I break even. I left college for Nike. I left Nike to start a sports marketing company. I left the sports marketing company to start a media company. As I near the end of my address, I want to tell you about the biggest bet I ever made, a bet that was an absolute disaster. Let me take you back to 2010. For the first time in his career, LeBron James is a free agent, and if he so chooses, able to leave his hometown, Cleveland Cavaliers, and join a new team. It was the biggest sports story of the time. Would LeBron stay in Cleveland or join a new team? And I came up with the idea that LeBron would announce the news live on TV. I was going to do something totally new and different with the decision. I bet it all on this idea. I had been a marketing executive, but I knew in my heart I was a storyteller. And I knew this was LeBron's story to tell. And we could raise millions of dollars for kids from communities like ours. I wanted to be more than. LeBron wanted to be more than. So I bet it all on the decision. Well, for those of you who were on planet Earth that day, you probably know how it turned out. It failed terribly. In the days after this cataclysmic mess, the press called it stupid, ill-advised, selfish, conceited, dumb, everything. It was the most difficult time in my career. I thought it was all over. The airwaves were filled with people saying they always knew LeBron made a mistake hiring me. Worst of all, I felt like I destroyed LeBron's image and totally failed my best friend. And you know what? Even at my darkest hour, I knew I broke even. I had worked for Nike, built a business. No matter what, I was going to be better off than I would have been if my worst decision in my career had not been made and I had simply played it safe. Most importantly, what seemed impossible at the time, from that decision, the worst miscalculation in my entire career, I learned two really great lessons that bring us full circle today. First, the decision ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me. For as bad as it was a total innovation. An athlete taking complete control of their opportunity, owning their content, changing how they tell the story. All of that set the stage and was the beginning of Uninterrupted. From that day forward, people started to think about me as a storyteller. Because even though everyone criticized the decision, its impact was undeniable. Underneath all that criticism, it was very clear that athletes should be empowered. They have something to say and must be heard. The decision forever changed how people thought about me and thought about my work. The second thing I learned from the decision goes back to my dad's awesome insight. No matter what happens, the worst I can do is break even. When I thought it might be all over and I thought I was going to be fired, I had built a sports marketing company and had just created the biggest event in sports media that wasn't an actual game. Even though I thought I lost it all, I wasn't just even, I was way, way ahead. See, my father gave me an incredible gift that I want to pass on to all of you. He gave me fearlessness that comes from knowing that the worst thing that can happen is breaking even. Understanding your break even fears you up to take real risk. And to you, the USC graduating class of 2019, walk across this stage to receive a well-deserved diploma. Your break even is right here and now. You will always have this degree and everything that goes with it. But that's just even. You were just sitting down at the table and about to start gambling. The degree you earn today is not just a ticket to a good-ass job, to make money and to play it safe. No, it's in fact the total opposite. The degree gives you the freedom to gamble, to take a chance, to start something, to change the world, to go chase your dream. What happens if you bet big and you fail? What happens if you refuse to play it safe? What happens if you ignore everyone trying to box you in and pursue your passion? I can tell you, the worst thing that will happen is you will break even. The best thing that will happen is that you will be more than. And that is my message to all of you. Understand your break even. Bet on yourself and be more than. Thank you very much.
Mav, thank you. That was incredible. And I know right now your grandmother's at a pity pat table feeling very, very, very proud. So thank you. So my very special class of 2019, as yet another sign of just how important this day is, Wallace Annenberg, the president, chair, and CEO of the Annenberg Foundation, whose name is on your school, is here with us today. Wallace has provided her unwavering counsel to this school, to this university, for over 40 years. And you've heard me say this before. She is my hero, and she is your champion. She encourages us to be bold and daring, inclusive and inspiring, and supports us so generously as we do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Wallace Annenberg.
Thank you, Dean Bay, and thank you, Mav, for those inspiring remarks. Faculty, distinguished guests, and above all, extraordinary class of 2019, it is my honor to invite fellow trustees Robert Bradway and Ron Lane to come forward to help us begin the presentation of degrees in a very special way. Mr. Bradbury joins us to present his niece, Carolyn Galbraith, with her diploma for earning a Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations. And Mr. Lane joins us to present his granddaughter, Elizabeth Knight, with her diploma for earning a Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Please join me in congratulating these families.
And now, please welcome to the stage Josh Kuhn, Director of the School of Communication, and Gordon Stables, Director of the School of Journalism, to assist Dean Bay in continuing to confer the degrees.
Good afternoon. My name is Gordon Stables, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies today as we recognize the hard work of each and every one of our graduates. We will begin by recognizing our Doctorate in Communication graduates. Then we will present the master's degrees from our schools of Communication and Journalism, followed by the bachelor's degrees from our schools of Journalism and Communication. After you've received your diploma, please return to your seat and remain seated until the ceremony concludes. Parents and guests, please don't block the aisles. We've arranged for professional photography, and each graduate will receive a complimentary photo courtesy of Dean Bay. As a reminder, friends and family around the world can follow today's commencement online at annenberg.edu/commencement. Now please join me in welcoming the director of our doctoral studies program, Professor Tom Holohan, to present the diplomas to our doctoral students. Dean Bay and Director Kuhn, we now present to you the PhD graduates in communication. Please come forward as your name is called.
Courtney Cox.
Ready? Okay. Jin Wang. Yu Xu.
Let's give a round of applause for our PhD graduates. Now we will recognize our School of Communication master's students. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Communication Management Program Director, Professor Rebecca Weintraub, and Communication Management Program Assistant Director, Professor Courtney Payne. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Communication Management. Please come forward as your name is called.
E.J. Rickey,
Devin Stark,
William Hutchinson,
Jennifer Castro,
Talia Turnhope,
Stephen Wong,
Colin Mack,
Florence Bess Bullock,
Valeria DeLuna,
Kathleen Marie Sikam Alba,
Megan Kelly,
Ariel Young,
Scott Guerrero,
Stephen Viescas,
Rena Patton,
Sierra Murdoch,
Chelsea Maya,
Shreyas Sharma,
Elisa Tunari,
Divya Satyanarayan,
Lisa Hemmingson,
Carolyn Trachme,
Munira Ashbahi,
Brandon Porras,
Ashi Khan,
Omar Mancoyo,
Vanessa Gonzalez,
Brianna Barrett,
Carol Mason,
Erez Kuvakian,
Samantha Stewart,
Ivanette Gomez,
Josefina Talavara,
Tringa Ajita,
Edna Silva,
Patricia Marie Lafguera,
Kevin Gonzalez,
Zach Wolfer,
Andrew Wilson,
Omer Garcia,
Julie Goh,
Vasundhara Rajbanshi,
James Ranikin,
Pooja Gupta,
Camille Moultrie,
Jan Sieving,
Star Williams,
Patricia Chavez,
Midori Bastian,
Ali Leprede,
Jenny Ariel Chang,
Stephanie Christine Barnes,
Lauren Arakalian,
Maria Fatima Aldana,
Carla Davis,
Elizabeth Flyer, Matthew Brammer,
Israel Perez,
Michael Kennedy,
Gianna Younger,
Kimberly Nicole Jackson,
Laura Romero Hui,
Nina Ann Salaz Betty,
Sarah Wiggins,
Catherine Lynn McKenna,
Leah Mostella,
Brittany Wells,
Nahum Wabi,
Heather Torres,
Joanne Young,
Sarah Shahinian,
Elizabeth Carenza,
Sarah Esmaro,
Sophia Jane Shampoo,
Laura Wakefield,
Tiffany Razzo,
Saul Guevara,
Ariel Streets,
Deborah Michelle Sotelo,
Gabriela Susano,
Gia Ransom,
Joseph Ross,
Brian Hawley,
Felix Lopez,
Madeline Freiberg,
Maria Elena Aguela,
Milton Allen Whitley III,
Jiang Yanru,
Danielle Geiger,
Sun Yuwei,
Emily Christina Hildebrandt,
Candace Satiana,
Elizabeth Schneidman,
Britt Vaughn,
Weibin Jia,
Lydia Ruelas,
Shui Cheng,
Nina Sahian,
Sihan Wu,
Donna Reyes,
Zhuzhen Zhang,
Miyu Katoka,
Yanyun Zhang,
Brittany Rogers,
Maria Heskovich,
Marissa Laurel,
Lauren Roselle,
Venetia Koflari,
Talia Didomeneci,
Leslie Alvarado,
Sia Lauren Spalding,
Jose Cruz Beba,
Grace Lathune Alejandra,
Rebecca Bobrowski,
Shumin Liu,
Drew Maya,
Jen Tang,
Marissa Isaacs,
Yanhan Yao,
Ozadi Onabor,
Hao Chen Gao,
Haley Miles,
Sijia Han,
Kashim Shakir,
Jiangang Deng,
Patricia Vignolo,
Yishang Wu,
Monica Miller,
Ye Zhu,
Patricia Espinoza,
Yining Deng,
Elizabeth Camps,
Ying Li,
Kelly Makepeace,
Junwen Su,
Akmara Boranbayeva,
Osahan Irabor,
Lauren Bradford,
Sergio Hidalgo,
Michaela Rose Bernstead,
Jessica Linares Flores,
Jera Nonay,
Natasha Shunel Pereira,
Christina Andrade,
Lauren Nickerson,
Ding Yuan,
Jennifer Porto,
Yao Mengyue,
Amber Villasenor,
Malik Doughton,
Bobby Borg,
Kushal Shameswar,
Elizabeth Grasswitch,
Jacob Glover,
Monica Villalonga,
Jonathan Alvarez,
Ting Chen,
Kelly Schmidt,
Yuning Wu,
Shannon Natanzi,
Yanwen Zhu,
Morgan Monahan,
Shu Mengyi,
Casey McEllery,
Yining Shu,
Ashley Brooks,
Zhengha Chen,
Melanie Vasquez,
Xiao Yue Liu,
Aaron Nakamura,
Ji Jin,
Jamie Liu,
Xiaocang Gong,
Benjamin Pola,
Shui Li,
Thomas Dahl,
Olia Li Shui Yan,
Megan Green,
Jin Zhao.
Aline Onahian,
What is it? Oh, Ryan and Natalia Buzian.
Fan Jiru,
Yushuan Wang,
Tang Zuming,
Xingzhu An,
Ji Wei,
Yi Wang. I can't hear them.
Wu Mengqi,
Okay. Wu Lu Yao,
Zhang Shaoqi,
Fang Shimin Liu,
Zhou Yiqing,
Yi Zhang,
Wang Mengxiao,
Lydia Salada Rajratankiat,
Shu Chang,
Pinchang Zhu,
Xiao Yao,
Yun Peng,
He Su Chang,
Shi Yao Peng,
Zhang Xingyu,
Yi Ming Zhu,
Jasmine Alexandria Lintz,
Xiao Wang, Selena Stratton,
Han Xiaoyi,
Wei Ta Sung,
Xiong Xiang,
Hind El Ansari,
Arden Bronstein,
Moyu Hao,
Jake Castillo,
Ricky Gu,
欧瑞、
Karina Carter,
张孝威、
Valerie Natalie Gutierrez,
西城、
Carla Mariela Gomez,
庄楚贤、
Shannon Brooks,
王梦月、
Elizabeth Helly,
吴安琪、
Ife Chen,
Gatha Rose、
Xiaorui Wang,
Gabriel Ado、
Chen Yang, do I go? Li Chuan Ma. Are they done on that side? Ming Kong. Simon Chen. Yushan Lee.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our communication management graduates. Now please join me in welcoming to the stage the Digital Social Media Program Director, Professor Daniela Barafio. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Digital Social Media. Please come forward as your name is called.
Sarah Caitlin George,
Maya Chloe Lopez Gilbert.
Trevor Chong,
Annabelle Liu.
Brandon Lim,
Rena Katoy.
Michael Silva,
Vanessa Quinn Lay.
Chen Yuema,
Olivia Burke.
周然莹、
Katrina Vidal Cuerva.
乐涵晨、
Un Sally He. Me? Jeru Jin. Xiao Sun. Yifan Zhang. Kyle Lei.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our digital social media graduates. Now please welcome to the stage the Global Communication Program Director, Professor Patty Riley. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Global Communication. Please come forward as your name is called.
天晴、
Christine Bancroft.
双良、
Rebecca Zhang.
亚曼文、
Zhang Zhu.
岳罗、
Xiaotan Zhu.
博文瑶、
Xuanyuan Chen.
安然晨、
Jiahui Zheng.
伊廷武、
Dana Ekhtiar.
瑞吉成、
Tara Behel.
Adora Odoa、
Shraboni Dutta.
Candace Moo、
Natasha Hira.
Julian Bellamore、
Sonia Budaraja.
Emily Hirsch、
Maria Grenman.
Justine LeBlanc、
Eva Simone Sarter.
Sebastian Seldinsky、
Cameron Epps.
Rasmus Bosgaard、
Anthony Mack.
Carolina Rufino、
Holly Bowers.
Cordelia Bowmalia、
Catherine Radden.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our global communication graduates. Now please welcome to the stage, representing the Public Diplomacy Program, Professor Robert Banks. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Public Diplomacy. Please come forward as your name is called.
Lee Suin,
Emily Jank,
Imakote Kelamachi,
Sabrina Gill,
Castillo Jose,
Grace Anderson,
Aras Calas Vasquez,
Rodolfo Rita,
Justin Chapman,
Monique Villa Gomez,
Brooke Adams,
Laura Karch,
Robert Dunbar,
Dina Taha, Wael Galib Nimat,
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Public Diplomacy graduates. Congratulations to all of our School of Communication graduates here today. And now to the School of Journalism. Please welcome to the stage the director of our Masters in Journalism program, Professor Lisa Picot-Hebert, and Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Vince Gonzalez. Dean and Director, we now present to you the Master's graduates in Journalism. Please come forward as your name is called.
Laurie Maymura,
Kara Heiss,
Emily Fuller,
Joseph Calabrese,
Megan Mantanta,
Grace Manthe,
Robert Walker,
Catherine Kirker,
Shirsho Dasgupta,
Laurel Wybazan,
Claire Hiddles,
Gabrielle Cortez,
Hafsa Fatima,
Benjamin Tran,
Yingjie Wang,
Melissa Bivian,
James Kachin,
Alina Demas,
Nicole Farage,
Asia Yi,
Michaela Bean,
D'Angelo J. Florence,
Daniel McCarthy,
Tyra Majors,
Alexandra Noble,
Alexandria Bell,
Jesus Alvarado,
Tally Spencer,
Elizabeth Mayoro Corpus,
Arlissa Norman,
Marcela Valdivia,
Austin Maddox,
Gina Martinez,
Denise Chan,
Xinyan Zhang,
Jessica Flores,
Jia Huilin,
Lulit Tedessa,
Yu Mingfang,
Brooke Beckton,
Wang Yuanchen,
Isoke Nilaja Cullens,
Wei Qinchen,
Brooke Thames,
Chu Hanjie,
Alexandra Chen,
Ran Tao,
Gabrielle Gonta,
Jia Junchen,
Taylor Begley,
Zhang Zhaoshi,
Noel Medina,
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Masters in Journalism graduates. Now please welcome to the stage the Specialized Journalism Program Director, Professor Michael Parks. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Specialized Journalism. Please come forward as your name is called.
Zhijian Li,
Susana Placentia,
Sarah Regatelli,
Amar Kiswani,
Aliyah Jasmine Sovani,
Kristen Shelby Answari Vartan,
Rachel Swimmer,
Cindy Tobing,
Vivian Medvedev,
Richard Tomeo,
Alexandra Dimitriou,
Maya Lauren Gilmore,
Nicholas Yakikian,
Brianna Savon Taylor,
Anwar Statson,
Tracy McGregor,
Let's give a round of applause for all of our specialized journalism graduates. Now representing the Specialized Journalism for the Arts program, Professor Sasha Anawalt. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Specialized Journalism for the Arts. Please come forward as your name is called.
Niak Johannes,
Jasmine SB,
Sophie Marie Prime,
Melissa Duenas,
Natalie Bader,
Mirabella McDowell,
Jonathan Reed,
Davika Girish,
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Specialized Journalism for the Arts graduates. Now please welcome to the stage the Strategic Public Relations Program Directors, Professors Burghart Tenderick and Jen Floto. Dean and Director, we now present to you the graduates in Strategic Public Relations. Please come forward as your name is called.
Melissa Fobauna,
Adriana Becerra,
Cynthia Park,
Sonia Ramirez Munoz,
April Barnes,
Amy Guerra,
LaShawn McFadden,
Irina Ortega,
Braden Jefferson,
Amber Tidmore,
Faraz Sakujad,
Selena Smith,
Marinda Sager,
Nishanta Williams,
Daisy O'Neill,
Samantha Bland,
Nathalie Bowles,
Alexis Nixon,
Erica Hernandez,
Christine Brune Anderson,
Marie Losky,
Yerner Kwenishev,
Liana Havel,
Shiro Lee,
Siddharth Pedi,
Judy Wong,
Jeremy Bonds,
Lin Chi,
Sydney Gillian,
Ying Yu,
Destiny Gibson,
Rayana Lee,
Lauren Bow,
Layla Ismailova,
Albina Tuspolovieva,
Jason Kellogg,
Deanna Smith,
Brad Neaton.
Remington Parker,
Am I done? Are these undergrads now?
Ishan Chen, Ishwan Cathy Chen, Zhiqing Zheng,
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Strategic Public Relations graduates. And congratulations to all of our Graduate School of Journalism graduates here today. We move on to the conferring of undergraduate degrees. Please welcome to the stage the director of our undergraduate journalism program, Professor Rebecca Haggerty. Dean and Director, we now present to you the candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. Our first candidate, Catherine Greenberg, will be presented her diploma by her father, Mark Greenberg, Chair of the USC Annenberg Board of Counselors. Okay.
Stretch, huh? Catherine Greenberg.
What? Is he take over for you?
Hakan Miller.
Bailey Schlickman.
I hope they.
Yep. We now invite the rest of the candidates for Bachelor of Journalism to come forward as your name is called.
Carlin Pappas.
Bailey Schlickman.
Caroline Birch.
Ava Magdalena Mancha.
Savannah Robinson.
Katie Christie.
Ethan Thompson.
Deanna Chavando.
Brian Vogt Nilcon.
Montana Ruderman.
Eric He.
Rainia Singh.
Diana Cruzman.
Jia Yoon.
Terry Wynn.
Mindy Castillo.
Julia Poe.
Angel Vizcarra.
Daniela Silva.
Taylor Elliott.
Sarah Sutul.
Nathan Desai.
Jordan Winters.
Kendall Reeves.
James Tyner.
Madeline Otley.
Renee Svirnovsky.
Yuz Xing Pan.
Selena C. Reynolds.
Charlotte Scott.
Rachel E. Sherman.
Mason Lieb.
Erica Feldfabar.
Savannah Sinfeld.
Keelan Drawhorn.
Aaron Glazer.
Heran Mamo.
Charlotte Rose Pruitt.
Brianna Trujillo.
Nicholas Alfano.
Daniela P. Yesh.
Fernando Stepinski.
Miranda Nicole Myers.
Jacqueline Baltz.
Keith DeMolder.
Rachel Frayne.
Miriam Fuentes.
Sophia Kim.
Taylor Gorski.
Julia Adams.
Sabine Saldana.
Amy McRae.
Danny Endlick.
Stuart Gill.
Zachary Austin Kressler.
Peter Gearson.
Yutai Han.
Victoria Doyle.
Johnny Flores Jr.
William Farnsworth.
Ryan Temple.
William Nguyen.
Madison Shelp.
Ahali Ducalo.
Shira Namvar.
Catherine Wiles. Peyton Lawhead.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Bachelor of Arts in Journalism graduates. Now please welcome back to the stage Professor Berghard Tenderich. Dean and Director, we now present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations. Our first Our first candidate, Monica Maceo, will be presented her diploma by her mother, Brenda Maceo, USC's Vice President of Public Relations and Marketing.
Monica Maceo.
I'm supposed to go. Maya Aurora.
Christina Breslock.
Samantha Spees.
Alexis Davis.
Ashley Harris.
Sarah Ching.
Trinity Elliott.
Andy Wright.
Sandra Okoye.
Carolyn Michelle Noel.
Gabrielle Reese.
Paige Hickey.
Penelope Bremner.
Julia Berkowitz.
Alexandra Sheeha.
Catherine Lee.
Annika Rose Fish.
Nicholas Erod.
Jaden Feldman.
Amanda Meredith.
Jaden. No, you have to go.
Mirabelle Michelson.
Brooke Jaden. Jesus.
Caroline Galbraith.
Sarah Reyes.
Gabriella Elise Cohen.
Casey Becker.
Fernando Leon Ramos.
Abigail Tamarong.
Allegra Gutierrez.
Victoria Lennox.
Kendall Martin.
Hannah Hengst.
Brianna Latter.
Allison Ealing.
Samantha Strong.
Zaria O'Neill.
Talia
Michaela Duver.
Angelina Yemenjian.
Sophia Sorrentio.
Kara Watkins Chow.
Corinne Canisius.
Kiara Espero.
Chandler Arlen.
Jacqueline Dalius.
Noah Kim.
Alejandro Silva.
Mary Gillen.
Olga Legenskild.
Olivia Faisal.
Samira Jordan.
Mallory Goulet.
Joseph Teplecki.
Madison Ashton.
Alexandra Palmer.
Mackenzie Brassy.
Brianna Felix.
Shelby Herbst.
Amy Hernandez. Molly McClary.
Sophia Ball.
Jillian Claire Hansen.
Rebecca Diamond.
Jillian Baker.
Audrey Deegan.
Tanya DeWood.
Savannah Sheehy.
Caitlin Galucci.
Anna Martinez.
Anna Schofield.
Michelina Franco.
Jackie Cronick.
Jennifer Morton.
Emily Clo One.
Maya Cashlin.
Soraya Elizade.
Megan Diamond.
Natalie Estella Arroyaste.
Samantha Matson.
Elise Brooke Bechtel.
Alan Pham.
Kelly Devine.
Megan Lee.
Kelly McGinnis.
Natalie Ballardash.
Julia Merengue.
Lisa Takata.
Kachina Shu.
Jacqueline Gondo.
Nicole Zhang.
Rashid Benur.
Christine Nicole Vargas.
Whitney Silverstein.
Sarah Caitlin George.
Sierra Barker. Shannon Elizabeth Ward. Olivia Page. Garrett Innick.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Bachelors of Arts in Public Relations graduates. Now please welcome to the stage the Director of the Communication Undergraduate Program, Professor Allison Trope. Dean and Director, we now present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Our first candidate, Saras Ratavanati, will be presented his diploma by his father, Sarath Ratavanati, a member of the USC Annenberg Board of Counselors. We now invite the rest of our candidates to come forward as your name is called.
Jack Jablonski.
Go.
Alexandra Castle.
Pamela Chan.
Samuel Kim.
Jonathan Kim.
Hyung Soo Choi.
Woojin Han.
Brianna Oakley.
George Frenzel.
Selena Amber Gallardo.
Jinglin Wan.
Adrian Jimenez.
Francis Augustin.
Carrie Johanna Parsons.
Alexander Adjuan.
Nate Torres.
Alexander Rainier.
Kara Strauss.
Benjamin Mahan.
Alexa Burko.
Derek Thornton.
Olivia Taverner.
Benny Boatwright.
Christiana Lynn Valenti.
Matthew Bale.
Sarah Emily Linick.
Dominic Davis.
Maya Chloe Lopez Gilbert.
Sparkle Braithwaite.
Annabelle Lau.
Morgan McClure.
Raina Kokoy.
CJ Pollard.
Trevor Chong.
Trayvon Sidney.
Sharon Zhao.
Minyan Moore.
Alana Moskowitz.
Autumn Henry.
Sheena Woditz.
Chloe Nicole Lewis.
Francisco Howdegi.
Kalechi Jennifer Ume.
Rachel Chu.
Ife Okoye.
Samantha Lynn. Salas Lee Young.
Brianna Randolph.
Mahima Dutt.
Jolie Ale.
Chandler Erskine.
Morgan McCarthy.
Savannah Joy Mesh.
Michael Byfield.
Katriana McGilrath.
Amir Kasiri.
Kayla Merriam Ricks.
Brennan Heil.
Radka Noveknikova.
Kayla Goldberg.
Eiley Middleton.
Vanessa Paley.
Mieng Ting Wang.
Suman Narimusa.
Kelly Huo.
Nicole Nihore.
Carol Sa.
Yael Levy.
Julia Tamorian.
Carla Hernandez.
Elizabeth Abramov.
Catherine Pappas.
Kieran Sweeney.
Laura Ehrlich.
Zhang Yuqi.
Olivia Drago.
Qingji Gladi Han.
Isabel Aed.
Xingrong Ho.
Dina Porbaba.
Yifan Mi.
Isabel Graubert.
Lichi Ni.
Isabel Shaffron.
Nancy Huang.
Emma Church.
Rose Lee.
Olivia Seaver.
Amy Sue.
Mary Robeson.
Caroline Lee.
Katrina Swanky.
Roy Zhao.
Gabriella Glover.
Jinhu Ma.
Kelly Gieri.
Jaeunji Chong.
Brianna Cooper.
Ariana Mejia.
Sophia Stallone.
Sierra Lai.
Mackenzie Luderer. Grace Beal.
Gracie Contanzarate. Dagmar Gunbenson.
Katrina Kernikin.
Emma McLaughlin.
Abril Bustamante.
Ashley Liaco.
Rebecca Dunn.
Lauren Berger.
Sophie Sanders.
Stephen Linga.
Jenna Mintz.
Sarah Shear.
Leah Palacios.
Grace Hayward Wasson Bingham.
Catherine Kelly.
Ernie Chang.
Rachel Lampkin.
Colin Ho Kumamoto.
Casey Winiger.
Grace Selleck.
Annabelle Barch.
Gabriela Caliendo.
Jesse DiRugio.
Rebecca Katz.
Brianna Grubb.
Matthew Simon.
Nandita Vaswani.
Julia Wiener.
James Gibson.
Julia Nislas.
Jenny Trung.
Yahel Berger.
Samantha Kate Rosendahl.
Holly, oh, you want Holly to say Vogel?
Zachary Star Z.
Holly Chayaka.
Annika Bertea.
Nicholas Safar.
Isabel Anken. Devin,
Ching Grace.
Devin Reisman.
Ann Chu.
Claire Bella Fema.
Diana Lee.
Lauren Mellinger.
Sylvia Villanueva.
Jennifer Dunn.
Taylor Sprague.
Kennedy Shirley.
Sumara Harris.
Aston Beal.
Cole Harrison Resnick.
Kayla Williams.
Theodore Fogelman.
Uvide Saeed.
Ariel Goldberg.
Lanny Benson.
Unina Baker Mason.
Lauren Gallagher.
Prashanti Krishna Kandula.
Maria Luisa Sualto.
Kaylee Fish.
Bo Milkus.
Jill Mullen.
Christian Sarapis.
Haley Bren.
Logan Smith.
Kendall G.
Alexandra Gershman.
Marika Monday.
Avera Giuliani.
Catherine Mahoney.
Annabelle Smith.
Haley Kroc.
Megan Valencia.
Michael Bakhti.
Sarah Levy.
Christy Rose Hutchings.
Shea Leninger.
Emma Veronic.
Jun E. Q.
William O'Keefe.
Joyce Park.
Aaliyah Douglas.
Mackenzie Radal.
Derek Lynn.
Nicole Mingus.
William Shei.
Grace Kim.
Michelle Sunmi Wang.
Kaja Peng.
Sarah Park.
Alida Van Gelderen.
Yixi Kem.
Sydney Norris.
Ken Ho Kwang Ho.
Maina Chioni.
Kathy Han Ka Mon.
Olivia Perez.
Madeline Hall.
Makikona Tolentino.
Christine Choi.
Melissa Brito.
Anastasia Barkan.
Mu Rong Zhang.
Paige Cynthia Beatty.
Shawnee Chen.
Ann Lipscomb. Keishan Lee.
Sydney Montoya.
Melissa Yang.
Lila Islamovic.
Catherine Yang.
Kellen Ware.
Nina Hernandez.
Stephanie Lamb.
Brittany Welsh.
Danielle Otter.
Ilana Spiegel.
Olivia Osborne.
Simran Jahani.
Paulina Rios.
Megan McPhee.
Tasha Farsachi.
Lee Ka-Ki Kelly.
Hannah Winfrey.
Eric Lowe.
Holly Cronin.
Daniel Hahn.
Danielle Toda.
Viola Lochi-He.
Eliana Feinerman.
Mingshan Lee.
Melina May Castillo.
Gabby Trin.
Jean-Claude Lemieux.
Stephanie Acevas.
Natalie Moreno.
Brianna Oakley.
Caroline Skyla Gay. Sydney Wolstein. Alexandra Flagg. Diana Silvestri.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our Bachelor of Arts in Communication graduates. And congratulations to all of the graduates today.
Congratulations, graduates. One final thanks to Maverick Carter for his wonderful words of inspiration. We were fortunate to have him with us today and Wallace Annenberg as well. So this marks the end of the official program. Graduates, you may now move your tassels to the left side. May I be the first to welcome our new USC Annenberg alumni, class of 2019.